Heyo. I figured that I would do a swing video so that I could share some specifics and just kind of show you what that could look like with those of you that have swings in your home, which is awesome because you have an amazing opportunity for your kiddo to receive both proprioceptive and vestibular input. Something that I would like you to do is to keep a log of swinging and what that can look like. Some amazing information that would help you and me know how your kiddo is responding is by creating something like this. So, let me hold it. Woo! It's getting wild. Oh, man. Oop, there we go. Okay, so as you see here, what I have written down is just columns, starting with date. So, whatever, what date is, the intensity. So I'm going to show you different intensities of vestibular input. So you can write, where'd my pencil go? Different intensities are going to be, low, mid, or high intensities. Time of day. So keep in mind, you can do you can do this lots during the day. So time of day, I'm going to just jot down a time because this can tell us if your kiddo is craving regulation or through vestibular input, over a pattern, after we get some logs in, to see if there's a time of day that they're really craving this. And that could give us some insight into where they're at. Duration. So for how long you have been swinging them or they've been swinging themselves. So what I would suggest is not allowing like 30 seconds or 1 minute at a time. That can actually have the adverse effect. So see if you can get minutes, plural, just to promote focus and organization. And then at the end of the day, if you could remember to write down the conclusion. So write down any positive, negative, or neutral effects that you have seen. You could also write down, if they slept well the night previous. Just kind of keep a log as to where they're at. Again, if that's good to do whether you have a swing or not, but especially with a swing because it's specific vestibular input. Okay, so because I don't have any kids right now, I shall be using the kitty. All right, so low intensity looks like this. So what I would also try to, if your kiddo is upset, or you're trying to get them chilled out and calmed down for the night before bed, I would encourage this type of swinging. So as you notice, I'm trying to not allow spinning, okay? Because spinning can actually get them to avoid having anybody swing them, and it could have the adverse effect that we're going for. So if you're doing low intensity swinging or vestibular input, this is what this looks like. They can also have something weighted or, stuffed animals in there. That's cool because it helps provide proprioception. So I have weighted blanket, so I'll just put the weighted blanket in there. So what the weighted blanket does is it adds a calming effect. So things that are weighted, and again, make sure that I have the kitty positioned here in a safe way. Make sure that the kiddo is safe. They're not like super hanging out of the swing. You can stop the swing. So if you ask them a question, I would actually prefer you stop the swing and engage with them. If they at that point come climbing out, then that's their way of telling you, I'm done with this, I'm ready to move on. However, if you feel like they haven't done enough and they're using swinging to amp themselves up, promote them to get back in the swing and continue swinging. More than likely, if they're trying to get amped up, you'll need to do the opposite of low intensity swinging. So if they're trying to amp themselves up, they're trying to meet a sensory need, through movement. So if you provide the movement for them, then it helps to regulate them. So high intensity swinging, if your kiddo is just all over the place, like hot butter on a skillet, this is what this can look like. So I'm gonna get them going. Okay, high intensity swinging. If you notice, I'm kind of catching it like a basketball and doing like a basketball push-off. So you can have them kind of rotate a little bit. That's okay. They're probably going to start, this is fun for them. Going to start giggling and keep it going. Keep it going. A lot of times, if your kiddo is really seeking out movement, they might need this for a long time. A long time being 5-10 minutes. Then you can start to slow down the swinging, but get some good swinging going. You can talk, oops, kitty's becoming unsafe and kitty's about to fall out. So, I'm going to make a sound effect to let them know I'm going to stop. Ask them to scoot back and be safe. And then put the weighted something on if they want it. And continue high intensity swinging. Try to engage them by either you can put a fidget toy in there. You can, if you have a chewy would be absolutely amazing because then they're getting proprioceptive input, oral motor input, while getting vestibular input, which is all around super organizing. Again, only on the rare occasion can you do some spinning. Prepare them for it because it's helpful so they know how to regulate themselves a little bit more, how to prepare themselves a little bit more. So you can say, okay, we're going to spin, and then arch, or something to let them know that you're done spinning. Spin the other way, and boom. I use a lot of sound effects because it's easier to process both for me and them. So high intensity swinging, I kind of slowed down there on accident. High intensity swinging, sing a song, ask them questions about their day, get their memories going, ask them questions about their day yesterday, if they're into it, or you could also talk to them about what is to come. You could let them know, okay, so after this, we are going to need to, and then let them know. A lot of times when kids are swinging as such in high intensity swinging, they're absorbing more information while they're moving than they would be standing still. Their brains are working better. Their neurons are firing a little bit better, and they're getting ready for the next thing. Okay, so if high intensity swinging is too much, you want to be a little bit more chill, then, well, that's what that looks like. Singing a song or playing a game. You can do, crisscross, have them crisscross their hands as well, right? You might have to adjust them and crisscross, right? So you're trying to get them to cross midline. You could do hand or foot push off where their hands meet yours and you push, or their feet meet yours and your hands, and you push. Man, you could count. Counting is amazing. You could count up. You can count down. You could go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spin. Whoa, no, but kitty be safe. Almost said bunny. Kitty be safe. You could spin and make that a game. Or before you stop swinging, doing that exact same countdown helps prepare them to stop swinging and to transition smoothly or more smoothly into the next thing. So be sure to hold your ground after. If you're going to stop swinging, let them know, say 10 more swings or 20 more swings, and count down from that number, and then 2, 1, and then, okay, all done. So make sure to stop the swing and have the kiddo engaged. I see more, it's the smallest thing, but I see more dysregulation if I go, okay, we're done, we're going to stop, and they're still in the swing. It's not a good transition, and it's not a good setup for them for the next transition. Okay, so I could give a lot of information, but that is a good start. So low intensity swinging is good for calming down, pre-bedtime. Mid intensity is good, if you need something just between the two, if you're not looking for something to get, if they're so wired, and I can see how this is confusing with the low intensity swinging calms down, so does the high intensity swinging calms down. So if your kiddo is zooming around right before they go to bed, you can always start with high intensity, super high intensity swinging, and then slowly bring it down, just incrementally, to where they barely even notice the difference in higher to starting to slow down. So you could do higher intensity swinging for 3 to 5 minutes, and then start to slow it down just ever so gradually, until all of a sudden you're doing this for 5, 6, 7 minutes, and then they're all of a sudden kind of a puddle and they're sleepy. What you do want to watch out for is if they look like they're starting to get a little car sick. If you see that they're turning a little pale in the face and they look like they're a little green, then you want to stop swinging, and you want to take feet and legs and hands like this, and you just want to squeeze, firm, and just kind of like provide a massage as such, okay? On the feet and the legs and the hands, work your way up the arms. Assuming they'll let you, work your way up the arms, and then you can always, squish their shoulders and their chest and their hips. There you have huge proprioceptors because it's such a huge joint in your hips. So squeeze their hips, and then this is called cranial squeezes. So you can squeeze their noggins. Probably apply 5 to 10 pounds of pressure, I would say. And then you can put your palm on the forehead like so, and your other hand at the back and base of their head, and then squeeze that way. And just firm pressure if they want it, like so. What that does is it provides proprioceptive input and helps to offset the feeling of being car sick. So after you do that, you probably want to be all done with swinging, and encourage them to come on out, and maybe even immediately, if you can, get them to transfer, hop around like a bunny on the floor. So give them something visually to hop around. Like, okay, let's hop around the swing 2 times. So hop like a bunny all the way around the swing. Even if you have to demonstrate it first or have them follow you, this is a quick way to offset them feeling a little bit nauseous. Okay, we'll do another video on the Lycra swing.